Maybe. Computer. There we go. Oh, hold on. We're way overloading. Here we go. Okay. All right. Welcome back to Into the Yawning Portal. Would anyone like to recap what happened last week?
I reiterate, it's all in the journal.
I did it last week, so I'll give somebody else the chance.
Yes, for the viewers who cannot read the journal.
Not my fault.
Well, I guess Dacta can hit the high points. Let's see. We started at the last time, without, where we were outside of a door we couldn't open and a fountain where we ended up with a magic potion of some sort. There was some crazy magical portal swapping, and we lost Hermie, but we gained Alton, and we just kind of shrugged and went on with that. Meepo led us through. There were lots of dead goblins, lots of sharpshooting of arrows, lots of dark stalking by Nyx in invisible forms. Killed a whole bunch of goblins, a couple hobgoblins. Found the white dragon Calcrix, the wormling, who immediately turned on Meepo and turned him into a popsicle. But then we managed not to kill the white dragon wormling, although it was a bit of a near thing. Because Kasric decided to convince the Calcrix that we were friends, and then we led him back to the kobolds. They were very pleased. They gave us 2 magical items, and we rested for the night. And then we stalked back through the caverns, killing a bunch more goblins and hobgoblins until we got to where we are now, I think.
And leveled up to 4.
And leveled up. That was good.
Ooh.
Yep.
Well, I still contend that Kasric's journal is correct in that if you Biggs hadn't been smashing up all the furniture and the trophies in Calcrix's room, she wouldn't have been upset. And you had injured her by throwing things around, so that's why she was so upset at you. Which is just right, because all you Biggs were just making big trouble. But I'm glad I could be there to just suggest everybody be friendly.
Friends is a good way to go.
Well,
you're not wrong there. So as you finish your last battle and killing some more goblins and hobgoblins, a portal opens up and Herbie comes flying from above. And you see Elminster pop his head in and says, "You guys doing all right? Are you thirsty?" And 6 mugs of the Yawning Portal ale float to each of you. Well, one to each person. Says, "Drink up. Goodbye." And his head pops out through the portal, and the portal closes again.
Oh, at least he gave us something this time. No offense, Alt.
Does this happen often?
It's not unregular.
Maybe?
Well, one could make the joke that it happens from time to time.
Kasric, take a point of inspiration.
Thank you.
As a dad, I love that one.
So, welcome back, Hermie. Did you get some much needed rest?
Yeah, it was quite nice. I got rest in order to. I feel a lot stronger and ready to be able to take on whatever is down here, specifically the white dragon wormling.
Well, good news. We've already done that.
Oh?
Yesterday, in fact.
Yes. We found Calcrix and big kerfuffle, but and flares around at the Bigs for destroying all the nice furniture in Calcrix's room and upsetting her. but she was our friend, and we took her back, and the queen was very nice, and we got to have a feast, and that was good. And everybody just felt better in the morning, and then we came back and discovered all these rooms of all these dead goblins and hobgoblins, which is very strange because I don't understand why they store their dead here, but they were all warm, which is very strange. Anyway, but Nyx, who's really not a nice person, at Artemis, Artemis, but not Nyx. So he was here, and we did all that, and then we also found out that Sir Branford and the ranger and the two children were here earlier, and we met Erky, and this is Erky, and I point to the other gnome, who is a cleric of Palor.
Oh, hey, no.
And Erky has joined us, and Erky said that a week ago he was in a room locked as a prisoner and had Sir Branford and the other three with him, and they were called by the goblins and the hobgoblins and taken off to go meet Belak. Belak, he said, is a very nasty human who lives somewhere in an enchanted garden where he harvests fruit from a Gulthias tree. And none of us know what a Gulthias tree is, but I don't know if it's very good to have an evil human harvesting fruit from any kind of tree. But we think that maybe he's behind, or I think he's maybe smarter than all the goblins, because they're not very smart anyway. But maybe he's the one who's leading everything and telling the goblins and hobgoblins what to do, because they're all kind of evil and mean, but he seems like a very bad human. So that's where we are right now. And if you kept up with all that, I'm impressed.
Anybody taking any sort of fruit from a tree is bad. Specifically one that's magical, that would be very bad. If it's even magical, I don't know. As soon as I am done deciding what I want, actually, let's just do this. Charisma up. I'm just leveling up myself up.
Yeah, that's my bad. I forgot to mention it to you in the off week.
As far as where we are right now, is there anything special about where we are, or we just kind of cleared out a room, saw the next door, and decided that was a fine place to pause until we had some magical portals appear above our heads?
Well, we're back to where we were before when we came through and then found Calcrix. This room right here, where the dragon was. We got back to where we were before. Nyx cleared out everything up until then. There were some lights down in this hallway room again that had been relit, so he didn't go that way.
Yeah, whoever was speaking with the rat would have told you guys that the goblins refilled the rooms.
That's why Artemis decided to go ahead with Nyx, because he knew that it had been repopulated. Yeah.
Right. So we did that, and then there was that hallway of the three torches that Kazric helped you with last time.
Yeah.
And I think there's a door at the other end of that hallway we've never been down.
Possibly. No, there's a couple of them. So Artemis says there's two other doors in this room. This one leads back into that hallway from before. There is one here, and Nyx had opened up one here, which went down this direction and then went off to the left. And that's all that he saw while he was in that room, or remembers it. So
Okay.
there are multiple doors in there.
I have just a black screen.
You have to adjust your magnification on the top right corner, and you should eventually find us, and then you can zoom in to see everybody.
I'm zoomed all the way out.
Hold on, I gotta put you back on
the
the map because you disappeared.
You gotta place the toad.
There we
Yeah,
are.
Hermie's not back. There he is. Hey.
Hey.
Drop out of the
like,
portal.
Portal reopens and Elminster just throws Hermie out. Forgot him. Close it back
I mean,
up.
he brought beer this time. That was way nice.
Well, if you like beer.
Oh, we have elf pudding in one of the barrels in the other room.
Yeah, I don't
I don't think
anyone
that
wants to
means
eat
what you think
that.
it means.
Yeah.
Is that pudding for elves?
No.
Oh. So, oh.
It's more of a descriptor of what it's made out of.
Oh. So,
Yeah.
like, blackberry pudding is made from blackberries. So
You're starting to get it.
Elf pudding is made from Biggs?
Artemis looks over at Vash and just kind of gives him a shrug and like an eyebrow raise.
He was so close. In any case, are we ready to move on?
Sure.
Yes. Was there a moment of pause to loot, if anybody wanted to?
Well, I know that Artemis definitely wanted to check in here. Although we
You did not
Search
loot it
that
after
room
you
before?
stopped the
Yeah.
battle with Calcrix.
Okay. So Artemis is going to go in and start searching around in that room.
Okay.
Follow you in. There's probably a lot of goblins here that we haven't looted either.
Well, there's some hobgoblins too
Hmm.
that usually have a little bit better equipment.
All right.
Just make the DM's life hard.
No, this is easy. In the room you're in with that had Calcrix. Someone roll an investigation check for me.
Am I trained in that? I don't think I am.
Oh, 9. I didn't
I
mean
am
to.
not.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, one sec, guys.
I'm good.
Oh, I thought for some reason my mic didn't, like, I said something and my name didn't light up, and I was like,
Yep,
oh,
Didn't hear you.
Discord.
Everybody went quiet for a second. I was like, what's going on?
I think we're waiting on a response to the roll of a 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, but out of game real quick. Your wife feeling okay? Mr. DM?
I think he stepped away.
That would be.
He might be going to help her.
I will put this again forth from my perspective. Real life takes precedence, so if he has a family issue to deal with, I have no problem punting the game to next week.
It's kind of standard.
No, we're good. She was just asking me some stuff.
Okay.
Sorry. But she's feeling better. She's just a little dizzy because she just got up really fast because she has to go use the bathroom. Investigation. That's with advantage. The 18.
Part of
I
it.
think it's just straight 9.
Would Vash be helping you in that room?
I'm not trained in it.
You can.
Yeah, but you can
assist.
still help him. You can still help him
assist
look
by
though.
Looking.
So we'll say with the
I'll give
advantage,
you-
18.
yeah.
That's fine.
Okay.
So it looks like the wormling had a little nest behind the table that you guys found her at. You find a dragon-shaped jade figurine. I'll put all this in the chat too. Worth about 20
Thank
gold
you.
to the right seller. A crystal goblet worth about 5 gold, and 24 pieces of fine silverware worth about 1 gold each. Do either of you two speak Draconic?
Negative.
Jackson does.
I do not.
I do.
Dacton's in there with us.
Right. Okay. So,
Jackson realized there might be books or something.
there is a sealed scroll case by the looks of it, carved of bone, with an inscription in it's in Dwarvish. I'm sorry.
Hold on.
Oh, do I speak Dwarvish?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, Dacton does not speak Dwarvish, so he's gonna have to hand that.
I always take like really odd language.
I feel like
Oh, I remember reading something like something similar to this language in one of the communities that I've been to.
ever since Waterdeep, though, Casey, you always take Dwarvish as one of your languages. All right.
Not always.
On the scroll spells Kundrukar. An old parchment is within this case. Age and water damage have destroyed most of it, but the short message in Dwarvish remains. The remaining few. By order of Durgan the Black, we have created a secret dwarven redoubt. None shall find us, however. And this information doesn't really make sense to you. But to the right cellar, you might be able to get this worth about 100 gold.
100 car.
To the right cellar. And there's the message and whatnot.
Stuff to the loot.
On the bodies... Let's see here. Someone roll... How many goblins we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Someone roll 8d4 and then 3d10.
Ooh. Not me. Somebody else do it.
The 8d4 will be minus 8, and then the 3d10 will just be straight 3d10.
I'll do 3d10.
That was 8d4.
Yep. So, off the 3 hobgoblins, you get a total of 21 gold pieces.
Pretty good.
Off of the goblin commoners, you guys get 9 gold pieces.
There's 21 and 9, so a total of 30.
Yep.
Okay. Adding to party loot.
And then if you guys want to loot their weapons and armor and all that stuff, I can give you those numbers.
The
Probably gonna leave it behind.
the hobgoblins are bigger than goblins, right?
Correct.
Yes.
They're medium. What kind of armor are they wearing?
The hobgoblins are wearing a chainmail. They have a shield. And then they also have a longsword. Good night, buddy. I love you. Do you like your new haircut? Mm-hmm. Good. Sweet dreams.
I can't wear it.
So
I won't.
So we make it a gift to the kobolds.
The kobolds are. Well, we could take it back.
Or they can just come get it.
Yeah, that's true. We could always tell them, man.
I mean, considering that we're probably going to end up wiping out these goblins anyway, they're going to take the kobolds will take control of this whole area, and they can take whatever they want that's left.
Right.
I mean, unless someone wants to haul around a bunch of swords and armor, and
We still supposed to be cutting off heads right now?
No, I'm gonna come back for them.
I guess it takes a couple of days to really start rotting.
it'll be easier to come off later.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Artemis says, should we continue on? I don't know anything past this. As far as we've all gotten.
No?
Yeah, didn't Nyx and Artemis come up from the door below?
Yeah.
That was before.
Well,
So there was a storage room. That's what I was saying before. There's a storage room with a door right here. You walk in. So you walk in.
well, let's open the door.
So there's a thing right here. Yep. And then it goes down like this. And then there's a door right here. And there's a door right here. But you all can't see that now. Lead.
I
There we go.
I point to the door and go, I think I can see the door.
wait, which door do you
careful,
point at?
please.
This one here.
Artemis falls back behind everyone. He goes, this is the only one I've opened, and he points to this one down here.
There's one here to the north as well, and another one to the north over here next to, yes. So there's one right here.
Careful for floor traps, mind you.
Hmm.
We've had a couple of those come.
No.
I think everybody knows.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give a listen at this door, see if I hear anything on the other side.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check, please. 23. You listen very intently. With that roll, you don't hear anything coming from the other side, but you do hear the faintest of noises coming from behind this door over here.
This door over here. Okay.
Yes. With that high of a roll, definitely.
Well, I'm gonna open this door then.
Okay. Opening that door reveals a corridor that snakes around to the left.
That's the one. I got confused before.
It could also be the other door that wraps around this way. But I did hear something come from back over here, and Vash
Yes.
points over to that door. You might want to check that one out before we go forward.
And have his bow ready with an arrow nocked.
Are you ready, Alton?
I'm ready.
I go forth and open the door.
All right. As you do, you see 4 goblins that are taken by surprise as you open this door. You guys can do a round of surprise attacks if you wish. Just
Well, hello.
go in any order you want.
So we get a full free round.
Yes.
We want to do that in initiative order.
I'm not going to bother because you guys are probably going to kill them. So we'll just start from the left to right as on my screen. So Hermie, you can go first.
Okay. Go to spells. I'm going to move over to here. And I'm going to throw an ice knife at that one there.
Okay. Yeah, that definitely hits. I'm also going to need you to make a roll a d20, please. All right. Dexterity save. Yes. The goblin succeeds on the dex save, so they'll take half damage. Or no cold damage.
No damage.
All right. So you flat out kill this one, though. This one just looks a little cold, but shrugs it off. Is it within 10 feet of it? Or 5?
It should be just 5.
Oh, okay. It's been a while since I used Knife Knife. All right. So Artemis.
Artemis is going to take this one right ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot at it with a bow. 13?
Yeah, that hits.
8
'Cause
piercing.
that's just a common, I believe. Yeah, they have 10. All right, yeah, that goblin drops.
And he's just going to swing around behind this pillar right here.
Alrighty. Kesrick.
Kasric will, seeing as all the bigs are crowding around the door, Kasric will move here where he can keep an eye on this door, but also keep an eye on this door here, as well as the one right next to him here, in case somebody comes through either one of those doors.
Alrighty. Vesh. Or Vosh.
I'm going to move to here and attack this goblin there.
Yeah. Yeah. He's still alive, though.
Minimum damage. Bummer. All right, I'm done.
Alrighty. He's looking really rough. That'll bring us to Dacton.
Let's see. So we'll just go ahead. I think Dacton can really only see this one here. So go for a Toll the Dead, Wisdom.
12.
I'm more than that now.
Yeah. 13.
That says 13, but now
Yeah.
I'm 14.
Okay. And roll damage.
He's not injured though, so that's only a D8.
Correct.
Going to my things. And Toll the Dead at 8. Oh, good.
Bummer.
Ollie. I make a loud noise and it mildly annoys him.
All right. And Alton.
Alton's going to step in, down, and just charge this guy down here.
Mhm.
And hoping very much this lands. And he whiffs hard.
Yeah, hard.
Oh, yikes.
All right.
That'll be his turn.
I guess we have to roll initiative. Jeez, guys.
You jinxed us.
I did, and I apologize for that.
Oh, God, my initiatives.
Ooh.
All of our initiatives are bad.
Yeah, I forgot to select myself. Well, the tracker's not even up yet.
Oh, that's my bad. Boom, there we
I
go.
selected myself.
And the goblin has 20.
There we go.
Torch has better initiative than all of us.
Oh, whoops, I missed.
First you, Torch.
Who are we missing for initiative?
Torch is me.
I'm not on the list. There,
Dash.
16.
Bash. There you are. Add a turn. Boom, there you go. And 16?
16.14, if it matters. I don't think it's going to matter.
No one else has a 16, so you're good.
Yeah.
All right, so unfortunately for you guys, these 2 goblins go first.
They deserve their chance.
The one left's going to swing at you, Vash.
Yep.
With an 11.
13 was what you're looking for.
Alrighty. And the other goblin will swing at you, Alton. With a 9.
Yeah.
Armor.
Yeah, these poor goblins are going to face their doom. Now, Vash, you're up.
See if I can actually kill this one with this hit. So here we go again. Winter's Edge a second time. Oh my god, it's time to restart my thing. 3 1s in a row. I miss.
Well, you get rid of them all now. I
Yeah,
feel
we'll
like
see.
important stuff is coming up.
Yeah.
All right, Torch, you're up.
due.
Hooray for the torch.
Warm up the
Torch-
dice. Warm up the dice.
Torch is going to toll the dead again on the one that I ever so slightly annoyed last time.
Yeah.
So, wisdom.
Wisdom save on the goblin. Come on, roll 20. Keep up with me, please. Boom. 16.
That one succeeds. This
Wow.
guy is not into.
Yeah, he
what
did
I'm
not like
gonna-
what you did last time, and he's able to shrug off the effects of your Toll the Dead.
Mhm.
All right. Anything else?
Not for me.
Castrick.
I have to move over so I can see a live goblin. Well, I can stand here, I think, and I can see this one here.
Yeah.
We will do frostbite because I can do that.
Dex save or con save?
It is 1 second. Spells. Let's see. Where is that? It's burning hands. Where'd frostbite go? There it is.
That'd be con
It's going
save.
to be- Yep.
A natural 1.
Okay. Once again, showing you bigs how to get things done.
Roll a
so-
d6.
Takes 1d6.
Roll high. Perfect. That's exactly what you needed.
I don't know why this is so hard for you.
You see this frost kind of billow up around the goblin's neck as it clenches in, and the neck snaps, and the goblin falls dead. Anything else?
No, I'm satisfied where I am, and I've again pointed out who the natural leader of this group is. As long as the bigs have realized that.
Alton, you're up.
Alton is kind of begrudgingly just going to step over to the side and look somewhat apologetically as he tries to kill Steel.
I haven't hit him yet, so it's fine.
Yeah, he's dead.
Sorry.
A dead goblin's a dead goblin. Doesn't matter who does it.
With that, you guys get the feeling that you are safe for the time being.
Oh, I appreciate your kindness.
What do you guys want to do?
This room looks kind of barren.
Yeah, it's very similar to the one that you encountered last time. I will reread the blurb for you if you wish.
Nah, that's fine. Unless they want. Alton starts walking out.
The
Luther.
nerd says,
Luther
"Where are you
corpses
going?
for
I'm
gold."
trying to read the room." Once again, should you choose to go through the room, you'll find some putrid jerky, some vinegary wine in poorly preserved water skins, and some more worthless clutter.
Is there any valuables on the 4 goblins?
There is 5 gold pieces in there.
5 gold pieces is better than a poke in the eye.
I will record that. Added to party loot.
And then there are weapons if you so choose. Scimitars.
I'm already using a crappy goblin shield. I don't need any more crappy goblin stuff.
Okay, so it was 4 more scimitars.
Yes, should you choose.
Sure, why not? Add it to the list.
Who's carrying him?
No, we're leaving them behind. We're just letting them fall where they may. The kobolds can come back after us and loot everything. We just have an accounting of what all they're going to get.
Ah, I see. Best to have records.
Yes. Records are good. Yes. So, I put away the small journal I've been keeping for the loot and my notes. Okay, so we have a door here and a door here, which has anybody checked for traps?
Well, the Artemis was just checking out that door. Is there any light coming out from underneath that door?
There will be some light, yes.
Okay. He's gonna just carefully check for traps around the top of it, and all around the edges and stuff.
All right, investigation check, please.
And take a guidance.
Roll a d4. There you go. All right.
Goodness gracious.
You check the door over. You don't seem to find any traps. There don't appear to be any traps.
Everything seems to be clear here. There is some light coming out from underneath the door, which always means.
May I have Alcine do a listen check?
Yeah. Have Alcine make a perception check with her stats.
Yeah, 1 second. So,
on her character sheet, it should say perception and then a number next to it. Click that. That'll do her roll.
thank you. Sorry. Character sheet. That work?
Yeah. You can do another roll if you want because of the advantage.
Sure, why not?
Pretty good.
I don't think I'm gonna beat a 19, but you know what the heck?
Never know.
Never know. Okay, one more. There we go.
There you go. All right. She listens at the door and she does hear goblin noises from the other side.
Okay, so she'll chitter back. She'll come back over to me, chitter for a second. Keswick leans down just a little bit, which is not very much considering that they're almost the same height. And he goes, "There's more in the other room, so be ready."
Okay. I'm ready.
I will prepare a firebolt for the first goblin that I see.
Okay. Everyone make a stealth check for me for this one.
Artemis is actually going to drop all the way back here. And he should be in the dark.
Yeah.
Cling, clang. Ching.
Oops.
Not much in the way of stealth.
Nope.
I think Hermie and Dacton tangled up in each other.
Do you want me to do my roll before or after my movement?
I would say before.
Okay. Here we go.
Alrighty. As you all get prepared and you open up the door, Artemis, you can move in the back if you want. These goblins are not surprised by your presence, as you rolled pretty terribly. And I will need everyone to roll initiative as they come into view.
Let's do this right this time. Here we go. Yeah, except I rolled terribly.
Damn it.
Could have wizards go last.
Oh, crap. You need to add mine.
Who was that?
Artemis, here. It's not 21. I just rolled it to make it
Oh, okay.
here. I'll should.
Is everyone in? 1, 2, 3. Looks like it. All right, perfect. It's going to bring us to Hermie. You're first.
I may not have been stealthy, but I was definitely preparing a spell because I went first. Throwing out a firebolt at this one here.
12. Wait, this one, right?
Yeah, that one
Okay,
there.
that's what I thought. Yeah, that one misses, unfortunately. It brings up its shield just in time. Luckily,
Okay.
you were loud.
And that will be it for me.
Okay. Artemis.
Okay. Artemis, torches are 20 and 20, right?
Yeah,
Dim light?
you're in darkness.
Okay, but if I move forward one, I'm still in darkness, correct?
Believe so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Artemis is going to fire off a shot. This guy using sharpshooter.
Okay.
That's a button push, and
Wow.
How about that crit?
If you want to, feel free to roll your damage so you can see. Yeah,
there you go.
he's toast. Like, the arrow
So
pierces through its skull, hits that door in the back behind him, and the goblin just drops.
And all you hear is a yeah. And then he is going to use his dread ambusher and sharpshooter on that one as well to hit this one.
Yeah. Go for it. Yeah, definitely.
23.
Yeah, it's dead.
And you don't hear anything behind you. Just dead silent. You just see the two arrows pop out.
Yep.
Whiz past all of us.
Yeah, they whiz past Hermie and Decton over Alton's head. Phew, to the goblins.
That's it for his movement.
Sorry, I'm catching up on Ruddy's memes. Love them. All right, Alton, your turn. Oops, I skipped you. But it's your turn.
Alton is going to do the classic charge. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And it's going to swing at this little goblin down right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not doing great.
Yeah, 11. Unfortunately, the goblin is able to bring up its shield to just deflect your blow.
That'll be his turn.
Okay. The goblins are up. They let a war cry as they rush you. All right. The first one is 23.
That'll hit for 7.
7 points of slashing damage. Second one, an 11.
That will hit the armor.
Third one is a 10.
Armor.
And fourth one is a 9. So the first one catches you off guard, but you're able to quickly and deftly dodge out of the way of the other 3 attacks.
Alton's just happy his armor is working again after last session.
Yes, Decton, you're up.
Or the same wisdom save for the big guy.
This one right here.
This one, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Perfect. That be a... Did not go through. There we go. 10. I think that's a fail.
Yep, but he is uninjured, yes?
Correct.
5.
Very nice.
Then I'll get out of the way a little bit.
Oh yeah, he's looking pretty rough. Anything else?
Nothing for me.
Kesrick, it is your turn.
5, 10. Excuse me, Alcine. 15. Oh, so big goblin, and little ones in the back.
Yeah, for the sakes of this, they're all the same. They just have different tokens.
Okay. I shall magic missile this one.
That's the one that's already been hit, and you can tell because there is he's like holding his head.
Okay, is this a healthy one?
Yes.
Okay, then I shall magic missile this one instead.
Okay.
It's still was it 3d4 plus 3?
Yep.
Okay. Is it really 3d4 plus 1, or is it plus
Well,
3?
it's 3d4 plus 1 for each roll, so it's 3d4 plus 3.
Okay, so if I just roll 3d4, we'll just add the 3 in the end.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the first two pierce through him and drop him. As the third one goes through its body, it wheels around. Excuse me 1 second. Oh, sorry, I was coughing. And hits this other goblin. Actually, we'll say it hits this goblin right here and kills him.
Okay. And so that was 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25. So full movement. Instead of run by the door and just fired off and kept running.
Alrighty. Vashrendal, you're up.
Walk over to the door here and see what's up. Oh, hey, there's 2 guys right there. Can I get there? 1, 2. Yeah, I can get there. Yes, I'm gonna move up here next to Alton and swing at this one.
Yeah.
Shield up, so I'm just gonna do this one-handed.
16 hits.
For 6. Minimum damage again.
Barely standing.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
That'll be it for me.
Alrighty. Herme.
Well, there is 2 goblins standing. No, I don't want to do that because I would also have a chance to hit my teammates. I will just throw a firebolt at that one.
Okay.
Which misses.
Yes, it does, unfortunately.
And then I will take 1 step into the room.
Perfect. Nyx.
Did Hermie drop the torch, or did he take it with him?
Dacton had the
Had the
torch,
torch.
actually.
Dacton
Because
had the
that's
torch?
his light spell.
Yeah, that's my light quarterstaff.
Okay, so it's still
So
in
it's
its
actually Artemis.
Yeah, so the torch is over here on me.
Oh. Okay. I guess it doesn't. He's just gonna go up there and he's fire off a shot
Okay.
guy. That, lots of button pushing. So. And
17 hits.
with 11 points of piercing damage.
Yeah. Alton, you see this arrow just whiz by your head and take out this goblin.
Everything going okay in there?
Yeah.
No one's dead yet. Well, none of us are.
And I guess up. There. And that's his move.
Alrighty. Alton.
Alton is gonna go for the last guy.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, there it is. Sorry, I was tripping.
That hits.
There we go. You did something today.
And with that, the last of the goblins falls. And you feel like you are not an immediate threat. And as you look around, what might have once been a cathedral is now a goblin lair, thick with the filth of years of goblin life. Scores of wall and floor mounted sconces filled with violet glowing fungi provide illumination. Dozens of goblins lie dead. Along the southern wall is a heaping pile of assorted items, including wagon wheels, broken armor, rusted arms, chests, small statues, antique furniture, and artwork.
Walks in behind everyone and looks over at Kasric and goes, "Not too bad for a bunch of bigs, huh?" Smiles and winks at him and goes inside.
It was mostly
I
Nix's
helped.
work.
You all did fine for a group of bigs.
Thank you, Kasric. It means a lot coming from you.
Well, you're very welcome. And my ma always said to give credit where credit is due, and you've all so far done fairly well with Erky and me leading you the way, but that's okay. That's our job.
Oh, hi, Erky.
Thank goodness you're here. Do you think there's anything worth anything in this pile of junk? Should we search through it?
We could, but there's a couple other doors. We might want to check those. Would hate to, someone else to walk in on us.
Are you thinking about the door across the room, or are you going to go up?
Well, I think there's one here. I think there's one here at the north. And is this one, Mr. DM?
Yes.
Okay. So, where is... I'll have Alcine go and do a listen check over here for me and see, and then I will go and listen over here because, got to take care of things like this and look after the bigs. Let's see. So for Kasric, his listening check, perception.
Once more.
Another 9.
Well, you got to do from Alcine's sheet. So
no, that was my check because Kasric's listening at the south door.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
And I will do Alcine's now from Alcine's sheet. Alcine's sheet. Here we go. Actually, and she gets.
Yep. All right.
Advantage.
Neither of you hear anything coming from the other sides of the doors that you are by.
All right.
Okay.
Dacton will jump in on the other door here with a guidance. And doesn't hear anything.
Yeah, with an 8, no, you do not.
Okay. Well, it would seem we have a moment if we want to dig through some of this pile of stuff. Kasric will use Mage Hand to check the pockets or pouches of whatever these little goblins are and see if he can come up with anything without having to touch them because they do smell rather. He's not sure what smells worse, the ones that are living or the ones that are dead. Okay, so Nyx has stepped out of the room. Not that Nyx was in here because there's too much light for him.
Is anyone going through the pile of stuff?
Yeah, I will help somebody go through it.
All right.
Dacton will go through because just in case there's a sword just happens to be sticking out of here or something.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation check with advantage.
All right. I will give myself guidance yet again.
Okay.
13. All right, so going through the pile, pretty much anything of any mundane gear worth 5 gold or lower you're able to find in this pile. A lot of traders and whatnot have been raided and things like that, but unfortunately you don't find anything special besides that.
Okay. So pile of junk.
Pretty much.
For the most part, yeah.
I'm sure the kobolds will think this junk is treasure. They have a weird way of doing that. Did Kasric investigation of the bodies find anything? Did I roll another 9? Good lord. There's another D&D game where 9 always gets some weird response, but anyway, not going to mention them.
You find 11 gold pieces on the goblin bodies.
Okay.
9? They stopped doing that after the 10th episode, though.
No, they didn't. It's still
no, that's the 19 one. That they stopped doing that after 10 episodes, which made me sad.
Well, all of season 2 was 9.
Yeah, I'm talking season 1. Because in the beginning they were doing the 19, Whenever they roll the
yeah,
19.
that faded a little bit, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all you find is this, and then the miscellaneous scimitars that they have. They're not very well equipped, unfortunately.
5, 6. That's okay. Okay, and all right. Thank you. Do we want to open any doors? Anybody feeling lucky?
Sure.
This one to the round area seems promising.
I
Hey,
couldn't
there's
rem-
a
I
hobgoblin.
couldn't remember if I showed you guys that from your hobgoblins you fought already.
They almost look like samurai.
That's a much better equipped hobgoblin than these regular goblins.
And if I didn't show you guys that,
Well,
there
they're
you go.
hobgoblins. Yeah, that's a goblin. And there's the keys to lock the door that they didn't lock.
Man, the hobgoblin took all the good loot, didn't even leave the goblin a shirt.
Artemis, you headed for that round door? Or was that Vash?
Artemis is AFK still.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so Vash was headed to that round door.
Yeah, I am moving towards that round door.
Okay.
Gonna give it a quick before I didn't walk through it. That was accidental. I'm gonna give it a listen.
I believe you already did. Somebody did.
I did not. Someone else did.
All right. So go ahead and give a listen. Perception check. All right. You don't hear any noises coming from the other side.
Yeah, I'll open it then.
All right. Let me get rid of that for you. Open the door.
Oh, hey.
You see a larger hobgoblin than the ones you've seen sitting in the chair with a goblin, what appears to be maybe a shaman, sitting next to him. A circular shaft pierces the floor of this 40-foot diameter domed chamber. Dim violet light shines out of the shaft, revealing sickly white engraved vines that coat the walls of the shaft. The light is supplemented by 4 lit wall torches set equidistant around the periphery of the chamber. A crudely fashioned stone throne sits against the curve of the northwestern wall. A large iron chest serves as the throne's footstool. A sapling grows in a wide stone pot next to the throne. As you enter, the hobgoblin stands up and says, "I am Durnan. You have come into my realm, killing my family. I do not wish to follow their fate. If you let me go, I will give you the contents of my chest. You can do with this one as you will," and he points to the goblin. What say you?
I back out of the room from the corner, and I go, "There's a hobgoblin here who wants to parlay."
Be right back. Be right with you.
Are they trustworthy?
Probably not.
Then
Actually, the fact that he's basically giving up his looks like subordinate.
As well as the contents of the chest.
Is this a formal parlay or an informal? Because we don't have a long table and the 7 candles that have to be present for a formal parlay. But I can make that appear. And Cashwork will cast Minor Illusion and create a table that has 7 candles on it. So, but with a draped purple runner that hangs over both ends with green tassels, because that's important. And there will be little finger bowls of on the table to show that it is a formal parlay table, and that.
Where do you cast this illusion?
Here.
Ah. So, do we want to take his surrender then?
Should we ask what's in the chest?
Well,
Does
that would be
somebody
taking
want to ask
surrender.
him?
Dacton will go stick his head in and go, "Hello, sorry. If you guys would like to come out here and talk, well, we've summoned a table."
You see
Then I'll
him
just
take his sword off
come
of
right
his back and set it down on the floor as he will walk out here. And Grenna will follow, looking very downtrodden.
Looking very what?
Downtrodden.
Oh, downtrodden. Thank you. Okay. There are no chairs at the table. So
Empty tables, empty chairs.
maybe there's a chair in the junk pile.
You could probably find one in there.
I see
And
a
the
couch
table
in there.
is gnome sized.
All right. Well, Dacton's not much for talking, and so he's going to go over here and be ready with something in case things take a turn, but otherwise just sort of stay out of the way.
Okay.
What armor is this guy wearing?
Looking at him, he seems to be wearing splint armor.
Splint armor. All right. And can we draw in where the table is? Is it like in this square here?
I mean, it's not a real table. You put anything on, it's going to fall apart.
Well,
it's an illusion,
I
but yeah.
just want to know where it is. I don't need to put anything on it. There.
Okay.
All right. So, Castrick, which end of the table does each member of the parlay stand next to? I'm not familiar with these gnome customs.
Normally it is east is the rising of the sun, and we both want that. So north and south.
Very well. And I indicate stand on this end of the table, because that's the north end, and we'll stand on this end of the table.
Yes.
He fell asleep.
He falls asleep. Well, we don't need a parlay if he falls asleep. So you wish to surrender and have us spare your lives.
Yes.
In exchange, you're offering the contents of the chest that you used as a footstool.
Yes. What's everyone's passive perception?
14.
13.
Also 14.
Also,
13.
Looking probably not great.
Okay.
10 plus your wisdom or perception.
11.
Anyone with a 14 or higher sees that he does have one of the signet rings on his finger.
I don't think we know the. Do we know the significance of the signet rings?
Yes,
Yes.
the signet ring was
related to
from
the kids.
the mother.
So, where did you find that adornment on your? I also speak Goblin.
Are you talking to
I
him
think he
in
was
Goblin?
speaking common.
Yeah, he was speaking in common.
I'm gonna speak in Goblin.
Dacton understands Goblin.
He'll say, "This is much easier on my voice, thank you. I received this ring when I accidentally killed a human in a fit of anger. I was pretty upset."
So you killed him and took it.
Yes.
Can I have that back? Most likely because it doesn't belong.
If I am allowed to leave with my life, I will give it to you, gladly.
Well, the
Artemis
alternate is
holds out his hand across the table.
He pulls off the ring and puts it in your hand.
Thank you.
There was a sister. She had a ring too. Is she still alive?
The other two are down in the grove.
Ooh, the grove.
With who? By themselves? Did you let them pass on?
I was ordered to deliver them to Belek in the grove.
Ah, so they're with Belak.
Yes, and I wish to no longer be a part of this.
That's fair.
In Goblin, Dacton will just, butt in with, what are you going to tell us about Belak?
Urki pops up out of nowhere because the DM finally remembered on him. Hey, what are we doing?
We're
We're learning about Belloc.
It's a formal negotiation of surrender.
Okay, I'll shut up.
so
He describes Belloc as he's a twisted human, able to cast spells. Be very careful. He is dangerous.
what type of spells have you seen him cast?
He can make his skin as hard as a tree trunk, and he's able to cast this ball of fire.
So would you say he's... How does he dress? What does he look like?
Like a mage. Oh, and be careful of his pet frog as well.
Pet frog.
Yes. Do not underestimate it. It is a very large creature.
Ah, large frog.
Acton gets bored and starts wandering over and poking at the tree branches. Hey, what can you tell me about these?
That will allow you to crawl down into the grove.
Is that the safest way down?
It's the only way down.
Ooh.
What is he?
Apparently, I'm just sitting there just staring at these white vines because it's something for Acton to stare at.
Yeah,
What is...
looking at the vines, you can see that the thick, pale vines line the entire shaft all the way down, and they're just as good as a knotted rope for climbing, so you figure you can get down and up pretty easily. And if you were to fall over the edge, you could probably catch yourself.
I'm down to explore.
Just looks at the hobgoblin, and then Goblin, he goes, "You will go free here. I don't suggest you come from the way that we came, as the kobolds are not as understanding
Forgiving.
we are.
I don't understand Goblin. I don't know what the fuck you're saying.
As understanding as we are.
We'll be able to
But-
get through them, no problem.
Part of our parlay here is that you don't kill the kobold. We also have some friendly terms with them. It is very interesting down here. But one thing that I want to know is do you happen to know what Balak's motivation?
Wishes to rule. Taking out anything that gets in his way.
This is a strange place to rule.
Well, the fruit that he gives the humans of the town does not help them any. We'll say that. I don't know exactly what it does, but it affects them.
Like I said before, is there a way out of here that does not involve confrontation with the kobolds?
We can get out of here without the kobolds knowing. We've done it many times before.
Yeah, do I have your word that you won't try to notify your friends?
He grabs a dagger that's at the side of Grenell, stabs it into his hand, and holds it out and says, "You have my word."
Just lets his hand out, takes a small nick with his short sword, and shakes his hand. He goes, "What do I need to tell your friends if we do come upon them, and we don't want a confrontation?"
Well, there will be a confrontation. Just tell them you killed me if they ask about me.
Ah, I see. So this is a less than honorable retreat.
He is my master. So yes, this is less than honorable.
You have my word. And Artemis sticks out his bloody palm.
And he shakes your hand on it. He pulls a key off from around his neck that was under his armor and hands it to you and says, "This will open my chest." And
Takes it.
he has a small vial at his side that he hands to you as well. This will restore your energy. That's a potion of healing.
So we'll take that as well. Go. We thank you We mean you no harm. We will let you go, but you are on your own from here. Just like with us and your friend. You will not say anything to the kobolds if you meet them.
We will be okay. Grenell, give them the scroll. And Grenell looks begrudgingly at him and hands over a scroll. He says,
Oh, yes.
Grenell goes, this one, will, if you read it and you cast it at your enemies, it'll make them glow so they can't be invisible on you. It's really useful.
Ooh.
It's a scroll of fairy fire.
Yes.
Please hand that to my friend Casper here.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. Very good. Good.
Grenell will hand it to you.
Glowing is good.
He says, by your leave, may I get my sword and leave?
Yes, you can. And Artemis looks in. He goes, "Just 1 second. Does anybody else have any other question?"
Declan's already, just sitting there poking at the vines and taking little cuttings, and he's done with this interaction.
I believe
Can I
you're
take a
free.
look
Oh.
at his sword?
In the other room.
After he obtains it, yeah. Or if
Yeah.
you want to go in there. Yeah, it looks like a regular greatsword.
Okay.
If
It
you
doesn't
want, you can
look
try
like
and make
a magical thing
Make
that we
an
were
Arcana
supposed
check.
to come here to get.
an Arcana check. Doesn't seem to be magical. You also
You're
know
free
that
to-
the sword you're looking for, I believe, is a short sword or long sword. Not
A long
not a
sword.
great sword. Yeah, it's not a great
Yeah.
sword.
You're free to go.
Thank you. And
Be better, and choose your masters more wisely from here on out.
I will have no more masters. And as I walk away, he says, Grenell, cast your spell on us. And Grenell will pull out another scroll, read it. Castrick. I'm going to whisper you something, actually. You can just answer yes or no.
Okay. No.
Okay. You don't know the spell that the goblin casts, as they both just almost speed up and just start zooming out of there, running as fast as they can.
Ooh. Most interesting.
Well, that was a much better way of going about things. Artemis is going to start making his way in here with the key. He's going to tuck the health potion away. That was just a standard health potion, correct?
Yes. Basic healing potion.
So he is going to come in here and move over to the chest.
Mm-hmm.
And go to open it with the key.
All right. All right. As you insert the key, you hear a click, and it seems as though this key disarmed the trap that was in this chest. Opening it up, there is. I'm just going to paste it into here for you.
Okay. Thank you.
There are those two items.
Okay.
And then that.
Ooh. Very nice.
Yep.
You can put that in there, Cal.
Party loot.
Yeah, put that in the party loot.
Yep. I have it.
Okay.
Looking down the shaft here, how far down does it go?
Quick glance, roughly 80 feet.
It's a long way down.
Once we go down there, it's probably going to get pretty ugly. Anybody need a moment?
Anybody have any rope?
The
You might take
vines are
a-
climbable.
Yeah, you can. The vines are essentially knotted rope that you can climb. You don't need to do a check or anything.
So does anybody want me to go down and check it out before we land on the bottom? Seems pretty dark down there.
Incorrect. There are phosphorescent fungi.
So it's lit
Yeah,
up.
the whole thing's glowing, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
The shaft down, yeah.
Does anybody believe that we should maybe check out these doors on the other sides here before we go down?
I mean, we could
Honestly,
open them quickly if we need to, but I think it's pretty clear that what we're looking for is almost certainly down.
I think it's more interesting. This is something that doesn't seem natural.
Okay. So,
Is everybody
who wants
good?
to
Does
go
anybody need an
first?
hour?
I'll go first.
An
I don't think anyone
hour.
is
No.
down any resources.
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm okay.
Okay.
I mean,
oh, go ahead.
Castrick, you've cast some spells.
Um, y- yes, I've been very, very selective with what I've cast, and I have this very nice scroll, which could be very handy because it makes things glow, and glowing things are much easier to hit. I've seen that before too, and it works in the dark, and we could even be in the dark, and even if Artemis had Nyx come out, who I still don't like, but I do like Artemis. But the glowing would still let everybody have a chance to hit, even if we were in the dark, and Nyx was the one who was doing the hitting. So I'm okay. I still feel strong, and I think I can still help the party and lead the bigs to victory.
Anybody need a heal if we're not going to rest?
But thank you.
I took care of myself real
I
quick.
mean, I'm at 32 of 37. It's like a nick, but
Might want to save it until you actually
Yeah.
need it.
Yeah,
exactly.
just make sure you yell out. But yeah, I've
I
been
mean, I
hoarding
also have my own cure
Mhm.
wound.
yeah, I've been hoarding my spells, so I'm
Let's
still
see.
pretty topped.
Hermie
Okay.
looks over himself just to make sure he didn't accidentally cut himself on anything. No, I should be all set.
All right.
Just if we're gonna take a short break, we still have the orange potion we got from the fountain that I don't think we ever knew what it did.
I thought we checked that out when we looked at what the
Yeah.
when we were picking the things from the altar.
Was that the dragon
Okay.
breath one?
Yes,
Yeah,
it
the
is.
fire
Or
breath
fire
or
breath.
dragon
Fire
breath.
breath, yes.
Okay, so we have the potion of fire breath. We have the potion of health, which has 3 doses in it. And we have the one potion that was just given to Artemis by Durnan. And I think that's it. And then we have the
Artemis
scroll of spider climb and the scroll of fairy fire.
Artemis is gonna offer it up. He's gonna take that potion out of his pocket and go, "This might be of some use to somebody else other than me. I have my own means to mend myself if necessary."
Okay. Is breathing the fire dragon fire? Is that an action?
I believe so. It should say on the thing.
It would have been up in the chat earlier, and
Miss is just gonna pass it over to Vash next to him. Give him like a little, "You want it?" Like with his head.
I'll take it.
So you have an extra potion of
Was
health then.
Was it fire breath?
yeah,
No. Mine was a health potion that I just
No,
gave.
so yeah, sorry, I'm just reading the stats. So the potion
Yes.
of fire breath is after you drink it, a bonus action to exhale fire 30 feet. It's a dex saving throw.
Okay.
46
So
or half on success.
okay, awesome. So
You get
my
3
thought would
shots.
be that if one of the punchy hitty types wanted to take that, you could attack and then maybe burp at the person, your target, and so you kind of get 2 attacks out of it. If that's something someone would be interested in.
I have a number of abilities that I would use during that time that would be better suited to my paradigm than a fire breath.
Okay.
Miss
Well, I'm
looks
not
over
sure.
and goes,
I don't
not
want to
sure.
speak for Ashton. Alton, sorry.
I agree. I don't find myself really needing that.
Miss
Okay.
walks around and goes, I could use it. Especially if Nyx were to use it.
Oh, okay. Well, mm, well, okay, Artemis, if you think it's best, then yes, okay, I would say that. Does anybody think that they need the scroll of spider climb?
I believe we should keep that for now.
Okay.
You might
I
want to
think
save
I
that.
think
and
it would be
describe it.
better. I think it would be better for someone to study than to use in this moment.
Okay. Be happy to do that. I will keep that, and I will also keep, unless someone else wants the scroll of fairy fire, which we just got. If someone else thinks they could use that.
I think
That's
that's
fine.
better used by you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Personally, I think
I-
that's
Yeah. I am of the opinion that any scroll that we get, the wizard should scribe it because it will have more than one use at that point.
yes. I completely agree.
Well, I appreciate that, but this fairy fire is a little odd to me. I think I can use it from a scroll, but I don't know if I could ever get it to kind of go into my spell book.
I just believe that you being well suited to commanding the battlefield will be better for you to read it when the time comes.
See, Alcine, they're starting to recognize that the right leader is not always the biggest leader. Would you say so, Erky?
Oh yes, I agree 100%.
Okay.
I've also got a little more up my sleeve now too.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. All right. So I think we're ready to go. And
So down the hole.
down
So
the hole.
you gave me the potion of fire breath, right?
Correct. So Artemis has the potion of fire breath, and who wound up with the healing potion?
I gave
Artemis handed it to me as he passed.
yeah.
Vash.
So
got
Vash.
it.
Okay. So Vash is all right. I'm just
Mhm.
all right. Just so everybody knows. And there was a potion of health that had 3 doses. Does anybody want that to have? If not, I'll have it, and then can go and try to administer it to people if I need to.
Yeah, that one didn't do healing. It cured
Conditions.
illnesses. Yeah, conditions, right? Yeah.
Either that or Dacton. Is
Right.
Dacton could hold on to it too.
Okay. So why don't we give that to Dacton? That makes a lot of
Sure.
sense.
Mhm.
Okay. So let's update the loot notes.
Urki says, "Down the hole,
Down the hole.
down the
Down
hole,
the
like I did
hole,
to your Big's
Urki.
mom last night." Aha! And starts climbing down.
And I think Artemis still has his 3+1 arrows.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm.
Just checking.
Just taking stock of what we've got.
Right. Not that I'm like keeping a list of everything we come across.
No, not at all.
And who? Anybody want those? No, spider climb we're keeping for later for scribing. Okay,
Yeah,
got it.
that's for scribing.
Okay, and the potion of health went to Dacton.
Unless there is a emergency.
Yes, absolutely.
Um,
Hold on, let me find out where you guys come down at.
Let's see, and then potion of healing. And the potion of healing went to Vash.
Mhm.
It is VASHRINDAL.
DEL Veshrindel.
Thank you.
Rindell.
A little tough to read on my screen from where I'm sitting. So, okay, thank you. Potion. Okay, got that. All right, we're good. And I'm thinking the Dwarven Scroll for Kundrakar probably went to Dacton to study for a while and add to his book.
Sure. I can't read Dwarvish, but I can hold on to it.
Okay.
All right. Luminescent fungus shedding violet light clings to the walls and ceiling of this wide cavern. The air is damp, chilly, and redolent with the odors of loam and decay. A layer of earth mixed with rotting vegetation and the remains of cave animals cover the floor. Several varieties of mushrooms and fungi grow on the detritus, as well as a few saplings. You do see that there are 2 skeletons in robes and 2 tree-like creatures rooted in this garden, for lack of a better word. And I need
is
you
one
guys...
of these creatures right here next to Keswick?
Yes, and as you guys come down the vines, I need you all to roll initiative, as they do not like intruders.
And we are definitely that.
So friendly, though. It's made friends. God damn, I can't get an initiative. I even have a bonus to my initiative. Holy crap.
Sorry, Keswick rolled a 19.
Probably for Castric's best interest to get the hell out of the way.
Oh, yes. But may have a trick up my sleeve.
All right.
Yeah, and I rolled a 16, but I missed my token when I clicked.
You know what, guys? Keswick was a 19.15.
Oh, good. That 0.15 is going to help.
You never know.
Yes, it actually will help.
And then where's Dacton? There's Dacton. Right? You're the one missing, right? Yeah, you are.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have a 16?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Alright. First up is going to be the Twig Blights.
At a 19?
Yeah.
Keswick rolled a 19.15.
Yeah, you have Castric as a 0.
It didn't say when I put him in. Oh, good
Nope.
thing you said something. Keswick, you're up first.
Okay.
I was so excited.
I know you were.
Such a tiny gnome. You don't need to assault him.
There is 4 of them. And only one.
There are. Okay, so it's this is a Twig Blight here.
Yes.
No, that's Erky.
This is
Twig
Urky.
Blight, Erky.
Yeah.
This is Erky.
Yep.
Okay,
He's
so the
still
one.
in his cage, so it looks like a little. weirdness.
That's why I can't. I was having trouble with him. Okay, so good. So that is a bad guy creature, right?
Mm-hmm.
The one
Yeah.
to just the south. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you see it starting to uproot itself and get ready to attack you.
Oh well. That's not very nice, and you know I. I touch my 2 thumbs together and I look at it and I say a few arcane words and cast a 15-foot cone of flames at it. Is a DC 13. Is that my roll to hit, or is that got to be a?
No, he's got to roll. Dex save? Yes.
I think yeah. Dex save, yeah.
A 3, he succeeds.
No.
In failing.
Succeeds in failing. So
3d6. Not bad.
You just see this poor wooden creature go up in flames.
Incinerated immediately.
This 4 hit point creature gets 28 points of damage dealt to it, and it's nothing but ash.
Oh, it takes double damage because it's.
Yes, it does.
Oh, yeah.
It would.
Nice.
We're under attack.
And
There's light now.
anything else, Castric?
No, I'm good. I think I've done my part.
All right,
I've taken out 25% of the enemies.
This
To the bigs.
Twig Blight's gonna screech as its brethren was destroyed, and rush forward and try and claw at Alton.
Okay.
With a 6.
Misses.
All right, that's gonna bring us to Dacton.
Let's see. And these are skeletons that are moving at us, or?
Yes, they are skeletons that seem to have some sort of robe on them.
I'm gonna go ahead and hit this one over here with a guiding bolt.
All right. Oh, pardon me.
Let's see, that's a ranged spell attack.
Yes.
24.
Yeah, that definitely hits. 46. 13 points. That is just enough to kill it.
There we go.
You see the skeleton start to turn to look at you as it brings up a shovel to like get ready to rush forward and hit, and just gets destroyed by this bolt.
And let's see. And we're all the way on the ground, right?
Yes.
All right. So I'll kind of go over here, I guess. Spread out a little bit.
All right. Veshrendel, you're up.
Vash slings his shield, moves over to this skeleton over here, and gives it a good whack two-handed with Winter's Edge.
Yeah.
Miss!
11 misses. It actually deflects your blow with its shovel that it has.
Man.
You just missed him.
Whiffa. So that is it for me.
Okay. The skeleton's up. He's going to try and hit you with his shovel. With a 9, he's going to miss.
Missed.
Artemis.
Who's holding light?
The burning tree behind me is light.
Yeah, this thing is on fire.
But it's
And
like a
Declan
torch,
still has
right?
his-
Is it like a torch or?
Yeah, I would say it's probably a little bit stronger than a torch at this time. Probably about 60 feet out of for its flame. It was that powerful.
Yeah.
Declan's light
I mean,
spell is over
you did,
here.
you did 28 to a friggin' 4 health creature, so
Okay,
It's a bonfire.
It's lighting up this entire cavern pretty
Yeah.
much. Okay, gotcha. Artemis is gonna you see him bust out 2 arrows in his fingers,
Mhm.
and one is limp. He shoots at this twig blight right in front of him. Regular. Oh, goodness gracious! I'm getting the crits tonight,
On
boy.
the Twig Blight.
Yeah.
Jeez, poor thing.
It had 4 hit points and you hit it for 18.
Castrix, since you were at top of initiative, roll a D100 for me real quick. There's something I forgot to do. Perfect.
And then with his dread ambusher, he's gonna shoot at the skeleton up here.
Okay.
So you see like the second one come up in his between his middle finger and ring finger and go, and he shoots. So it's just real quick.
Yep.
And that's 14 points.
And that's enough to drop him. And with that, as the last skeleton falls, you listen. Heart's beating. Seems to be no more immediate threat. You guys are out of initiative.
I'm getting a little warm next to this tree, so I'm going to take a step away from it.
Yeah, it's starting to die down a little bit.
Oh, that was fun.
Oh, damn it. I just took away his sheet.
Could have been worse.
Well, there's no goblins here, it seems like.
Oh,
Castrick,
take that as a blessing.
Castrick, that was really well done. Oh man, that was an awesome little spell.
Oh, thank you very much. It was just a minor thing, but I was kind of reminded of the big wizardy guy with the white beard that we saw, and he's the one who brought us the beer earlier. But he did a firebolt, and I didn't even see him do the manipulation. But I did feel the arcane tug when he did it. Did you feel the arcane tug? Was that kind of cool?
Yeah, that was awesome.
I have to say, yours was much more impressive, Catherine.
Oh, thank you
Much
very
more
much. I appreciate that. I wasn't trying to be flashy. I was trying to protect the party because he was right there next to us, and I didn't want him to hit any of you. So I was doing my part to protect everybody.
Well done. That's just going to move down to this door right here
Uh-huh.
and give it a listen.
Yeah, make a perception check, please. Yeah, you don't hear anything coming from the other side of the door.
But the gnome came up to me.
Yeah, he's following you.
I don't hear anything through this door, but we might want to check it before we head through that cavern entrance.
Well, do you think there might be the traps?
What?
You think there
Do
might
you
be
think
the traps?
there's a trap?
Oh, I don't know. You want me to check? I can check.
Sure.
I'm not good.
I step
I'll
aside.
check.
Have a guidance.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
So for 20, he listens. He looks at the doors. Says, "Yeah, it's not trapped. We can go through. It's fine."
All right. Everybody ready to go through this door?
Mm-hmm. You want to grab us a torch icon when you get a chance?
Oh yeah, you guys have the power to drag it over.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
so you know.
it's in the.
Yeah.
You can just
Oh,
pull
boom.
straight from
There
the
you go.
thing. There you go.
Emily did earlier.
I'll put it with your characters for you guys. There you go. Boom. So it's easier to see. All right. Yeah. So you open up the door.
I open the door.
Ooh. My neck just cracked. That felt good. As you see a long corridor and what looks like a rift at the end of the corridor. I will be right back.
Rift, eh?
Shouldn't we maybe check the cavern because it's open first?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure there was nothing just directly behind this door. We can
Okay.
close it and head back through that opening.
Okay, that's good. And did I remember that Artemis took some goblin or some vials of goblin grade oil?
Yes.
So maybe if we're fighting more of these tree things, I'm sure you've thought of that, but maybe we use fire arrows?
Yeah, it's a possibility. What's didn't I'd hate to destroy.
I would hold off. They don't seem to be very tough.
That is true. I did just destroy one of them.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. But why did the skeletons have shovels? Are they gardeners?
They could have been at one point.
I mean, there is a lot of fungi in here.
And
I'm
it
not
was
too
said that this is a
familiar.
garden.
Well, I think you're all fun guys. But
No. Fungi. As in the plural for fungus, what you find in the wood.
well, you mean the fungus among us?
You mean
Yes.
underground?
That is true. This is the perfect environment for it.
Damp, dark.
With a little bit of light.
No. There's much better conditions for fungus. We're much too close to the surface for this.
So, what kind of person do we think this Belak is if he can make his skin as tough as a tree bark? Has anybody heard that before? I know I can't do it.
I've heard the
Nothing in
druids
my
can do
order.
quite a number of things like that.
Oh,
That's what I was going
Transformations.
to say.
oh, yeah, that would make sense. Okay. Um, but if he's a druid and he's growing mushrooms and fungi, not that the skeletons
don't-
were very fun, but guys, but does that mean he's the one who was ruining the hot peppers that we were having at the Yawning Portal?
Well, we don't know he's a druid at this point.
Okay.
But
That's just
if his underlings
speculation at best.
if his underlings have scrolls that can do the things that they were doing, he could have many more scrolls and be putting on a druid facade per se.
Oh, he's playing a big trick on them.
It's a possibility. We don't need to go down one avenue, Casric. It could be many things.
Oh, well,
This is mostly just speculation now. We haven't made any actual deductions.
It's like when I'm in the woods tracking a deer. You go down a path and you have the track, right? And then it disappears, and anything could have happened. Could have gone into a stream, could have just broken off light-footed. Who knows? We don't know at this point. We've come to the end of the trail, and I've come upon a couple of things that may or may not be what they say.
okay.
The trail has
Okay.
gone cold, in other words.
Well, it was warmer over by that burning thing.
Yes. In terms of physicality, yes.
Oh, well, right. So,
Shall we then?
We shall. Let's go.
Okay.
Whoa,
Wait,
whoa,
close-
whoa, whoa, hold on,
No.
hold on.
And close the
Erky?
door behind him.
Cool out there, Erky. We have some things that we want to check out before we go.
He just sits on the floor. I was cooped up for a long time. I just want to go.
We're not going that way.
Yes.
Why not?
Calm down, Erky Timbers.
What other way do we go?
Well,
There's a giant hole to the north.
there is also a door right here
Oh, well, I guess.
that Artemis points to.
We opened that door. I thought we wanted to go that way. Okay.
I opened it to make sure there was nothing behind it. You want to listen to that door, Artemis?
Artemis is going to listen to the door. If there's any-
Alrighty. Make a
Alright.
perception check.
Oh, goodness gracious. Why can't I do anything skilled? I can kill anything I come upon. Skill? I can't. I have shit for skill.
You go to the door and you listen. And you kind of zone out listening and you're like, yeah, there's nothing there. We're good, guys.
Yeah. Nothing behind here. I don't, yeah, no, very peaceful.
Erky, should you and I maybe not talk about everything when Artemis is trying to listen at the door in the future?
Oh, that might be a good idea. Sorry,
Okay.
Artie.
Well, if you say it's clear, I'll open it.
Okay. You open the door. And 2 rows of dragon-carved marble columns march the length of the hall, most completely covered in luminescent fungus. The cobbled floor is cracked and stained, and on it sit many small wooden tables, perfect size for the halflings of the group, or the gnomes of the group. The contents of the tables include mortars and pestles, small tools, bowls filled with crushed leaves, chopped fungus stalks, and other plant specimens. The many doors leading off this hall are all partly open.
Ooh.
Looks like
Alcine,
some
check
sort
it
of-
out. So Alcine will scurry in, and because she can smell something on this table over here, she'll head down and look at this table here and see what's on it.
Acton's jammed up behind you, just like craning to look. He's like, "Oh wait, dragon carve, wait."
Yeah,
hold on.
the stuff on the tables is mostly just like mortar and pestles and plants and whatnot.
So I'll have her go ahead and look in this southern door and peek her nose around.
Yeah, looking into that chamber, she sees 2 goblins currently standing barefoot and mashing up some roots and fungi, trying to make looks like wine, possibly.
It's very strange. She will sneak back out again.
Roll stealth check actually for her.
Actually,
Yeah,
sir,
I'm thinking about it because you are trying to be stealthy.
I am trying to. Yes. Let's see. Let's go to Alcine. Character sheet. Stealth +5.
Okay.
So she got a. So she actually just got a 17. Or is that does that add the
Nope, that
5
adds
there?
the +5. You rolled a
Is that
7
the
plus
5?
5.
You rolled a 7.
Okay, got it. Thank you. Okay, so she is stealthy, or
Okay.
at least she thinks she's stealthy.
Stealth-ish.
Ish.
Yeah, the 2 goblins in there didn't seem to care that she was in there or notice her at all.
Oh, rats. If the goblins felt like running this way, that'd be funny.
Okay, and then peek in the next room.
All right. Looking at that one, she sees 3 goblins that are. Make a perception check for her, actually. See what she can see on the table.
Okay, all seen. She does not get perception on sight, just the hearing and the smell.
Right, not an advantage. So that's still a really good roll. All right, so looking in here, she sees that there is a rat strapped spread eagle onto this wooden bench. And it looks like it's suffering from horrible tumors that look woody and fruit-like. And these 3 goblins are kind of observing it, making and seeing the effects of whatever happened to this thing.
Okay. At this point, I believe she would turn around and come back.
Oh, what did your little friend see?
Well, lots of earthy roots and vegetables, and there is a rat, but it doesn't look very tasty. It has weird things growing out of it, and there's a bunch of goblins, and some are mashing up tasty grapes and other things. Like they're sometimes at harvest time, in the fall when the grapes come in, and sometimes she gets a nibble before they get turned into wine. They were doing that, and there were some others who were looking at the not tasty looking rat. So there's goblins in there, a lot of them,
Do
in
we
little
want to
different
go?
rooms.
Do we want to go in there? Or do we want to just bypass this room?
I don't like leaving enemies behind us if we know they're there.
True.
It's all fun and games until they flank you at the least opportune time.
Well, if there's
always-
6 rooms,
You could always flank the flanky, Artemis
Yeah.
says.
I
We want to
can-
sit. If we think we can sit here for 11 minutes, I can make a big old no sound spot in that room.
I can go and draw their attention down. If I
Well,
imagine if my loud
yeah,
clinkiness
okay.
charges through, it might bring them out the rooms, and then
well,
roar range
okay.
advantage.
Alcine saw at least 5.
Hmm.
Because it was 1 for each paw, and then 1 for her nose. So that's how she counted 5.
That doesn't sound like too much.
Is
I
there a way
imagine-
that we could bar this door so it can't open?
Could I have like a wedge or a spike or something we could force under the door to wedge it shut?
The
I have-
skeletons
I ha-
did have shovels.
I have a hammer and pythons. Does this door open in or out?
Hammer will definitely alert them.
I would say it opens into the root corridor.
Into their corridor. Yeah. So not.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That makes sense. Okay.
To us, it's a
Um,
push.
Yeah.
Mm,
Don't try to blow it open; it won't work.
I still think that my decoy strategy might be a fair shake with all your guys' range.
yeah. I'll step out of the way, and that plan sounds as solid as any.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take off running and plow down the hallway. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Does that trigger them? Do they investigate the giant
I'm-
clanging?
Holding an action with Eldritch Blast to blast the first goblin that I see.
All right. As you were passing by this room, Alton, you hear snoring coming from within.
Okay.
As you were passing by this room, just real quick, you heard crude smashing and no, I'm sorry, I read the wrong one. Yeah, you wouldn't hear much from there. However, a goblin will peek its head out to see what the heck just happened.
Yeah. I'll point to him and start trying to sound scary and elvish.
Yeah, you had an Eldritch Blast prepared, correct?
Yes, I'm gonna give that guy an Eldritch Blast.
Making attack rolls. Yeah, that hits him.
For 8.
And he dies. And anyone who speaks Goblin hears what the fucking Goblin. As this Goblin
But we have company.
comes screaming out of the room and then sees all of you as like, shit. I never would roll initiative.
Clicking on my character first.
Yeah, I had to do the same thing.
Who just ran in there?
Last.
Oh, that's all.
That's Alton is in there.
Alton.
He's fully armored and armed. He's gonna be fine. They'll be hard pressed to even touch him.
For now. No, I'm just fine.
Considering he's going so late in the order, yeah, he might be in trouble.
The goblins are going on a 3.
Are they? Oh, really? Oh, I didn't even see them.
Yeah, I got a nat 1 on that roll.
Wow.
Alrighty, so first
Sucks
up
to be
is going to
them.
be Decton. Oh, it does suck to be them.
Let's see.
That didn't read the book.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm just.
What the heck?
I'm just.
I'll go ahead and use a big one here.
Ooh.
Throw up the spiritual weapon.
What do you want it
Yeah.
to look like?
Dacton is not an imaginative person. It'd be a giant, skeleton femur bone. He just uses it to club people upside the head. So yeah, he's just gonna go right behind this guy just so that it's kind of in the middle of the room. And that is gonna be...
You're a
23.
cleric of knowledge, right?
Yep.
It could be like a quill.
We'll just have it be that for right now.
Stuck down, or
You
like
could
a
literally just throw books at people.
Yeah,
yeah, it could be a
Dacton has
book.
spent far too much time around, dead things.
that definitely
Well,
hits.
that's true too.
Go ahead and roll
Let's
damage.
see.
9,
9
yeah.
points on that
You just
dude.
obliterate that goblin that came careening out of that room.
See 2 goblins, kill 2 goblins.
Anything else, Decton?
Let's see. I think that's... And nope, I'll just leave it there for now. Yep, that's good.
All right. Erky's up. He's going to rush in and go, oh, they're dead. Huh. 20, 25. Can he see that one? No. No, because of the door. Yeah, he can see that one, actually. He's going to be... I got this guy. Sacred Flame! Yeah, that actually hits. Why did I not roll damage? Fine, I'll do it myself. 4 damage. Haha, take that! And that goblin's gonna take 4 damage. Next will be Vash.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna 20 feet to here. So this goblin here is on fire.
Nope.
That goblin is not on fire.
Nope.
That goblin asleep?
You see it getting out of bed.
Well, yeah, it's 20, 25. Yeah. 25, 30. I'm going to stand right here and ready in action to lop the head off the first goblin that comes out of that door.
All right.
So ready in action.
Artemis.
At this point, I see. At this point, I've sort of seen their commoners.
Yeah, they look to be
just
commoners.
I yell out in Goblin, like, put down your weapons and we won't harm you as I go by. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. No. 40. And I see a warrior here, and I go to drop him. Just to be like, I'm like, we don't mean you any harm, but if you want to fight us, you know what? He's not going to do anything. He's just going to do that, and he's going to go defensive.
Okay, so you're going to take the dodge action?
I'm going to take the dodge action.
Okay. So you're not yelling out their warning?
No, I am yelling out the warning. I'm going, in Goblin, I'm yelling as I go through. We don't have to fight. We don't have to fight. We'll let you free. And he just slides up in front of this room where he sees the only, sentry, and just goes into defensive.
All right. Persuasion if you're telling the truth. Deception if you are deceiving them. Intimidation if you want to threaten them to leave, essentially.
All of those I think are the same.
Well, I'm just letting you choose the delivery.
It's persuasion.
Okay.
Because I am telling the truth. So,
as far as you know.
As far as I know for now, I don't know about the rest of you guys, but there you go. That wasn't half bad.
Okay. Anything else?
The last thing I'm going to say is stand down to the rest of everybody else.
All right. All of the commoners go, we're free. As this one rushes out the door, you have your attack if you choose.
Is he armed?
He does have what looks like a club.
Whack.
Like on its side.
Okay.
Is it a club? I think it's a club. Yeah, it's a club.
It's a
He's
club.
carrying something to kill rat.
Make a check.
I think the more important question would have been, was he yelling, we're free, we're free?
Was he yelling it in Common or in Goblin? Because I don't speak Goblin.
Artemis yelled in Goblin, I believe. He said.
In Goblin,
Yep.
yes.
Yeah, so all I hear is some gibberish, and so I'm gonna swing. I hear a stand down, I guess, in Common from Artemis, right?
Yeah, I said stand down in Common.
Right, because you were speaking to us.
I said we don't mean any harm in Goblin, but then I said stand down in Common.
Right, and this Goblin yells something that I don't understand, brandishing a club.
Yeah, make attack.
All right, here we go.
Goodness gracious.
Chop.
Aggressive
That
diplomacy.
hits.
Wow, another 6. That's my. I've hit so many ones today. This is the algorithm is terrible today.
Almost worked. It almost worked.
Almost. But he's dead anyway. Okay, 6.
As this
'Cause he's
goblin
Goblin, right?
this goblin rushes out, he says, They lie! You don't understand it because you don't speak goblin.
I don't speak Goblin.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, he'd go to him. 15, 20. Yeah, they don't like you now. You lied.
I didn't lie.
No, I know. All right, so this one will swing at you, Vash.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to hit you with a 17.
That's a hit.
2 points
Oh,
of
hold on.
points of blood.
I'll just take it. 2 points of bludgeoning damage. I'll take it.
The other
I was
two
going
are
to use shield, but then I thought, I'll save my actual spells for when we fight a wizard.
Okay.
Take my 2.
The two other goblins are going to swing at Erky. An 8 and a 15. I think the 15 will just barely hit. Oh, that can't be right. Leather armor shield puts you at 15, right?
Leather armor and shield depends on these decks.
Yeah, he has 0
only
dex, so it'll hit him.
13 is all he's got then.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Because leather armor's 11 and then the +2 for the shield.
2 points of damage. Erky goes, "Oh, you piece of shit! I'm gonna kill you." And then the 2 on Artemis. 1 and 2. They both miss. That will bring us to Kesrick.
Let's see. So I've heard the yelling inside, and I only speak common. I heard Artemis yell, "Stand down." Then I heard a whacking noise and more screeching in Goblin. So I will move 1, 2, 3, 15 feet there, so I can see into the room.
What was that?
And then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So this goblin's in range. Since they're screaming and I'm hearing whacking noises, I will frostbite that goblin.
I'll run downstairs and grab you one.
I'm just saying. I'm mad because it was apparently.
And for the record, frostbite is a cantrip, so I'm not burning a spell on this one.
We may have lost the DM.
Yeah, I heard him get up, but just for the party's knowledge,
Yeah.
I am being mindful of casting spell usage.
Oh, you don't have to play your character like you want.
That's fine.
Yep.
He's very mindful. He's very mindful of his spell usage. So
also a good idea. Cantrips are free. Yeah,
cantrips are free. This one's a free, and they're goblins. So it's not like I really got a, And Burning Hands is not a good use of spell in this one. But that tree creature startled me, and I needed to get rid of it.
It was right there.
It was right there, but and I just learned Burning Hands, so I was trying to make sure I knew it, and it was a big wooden thing. It seemed like the thing to do at the time.
True enough.
And I don't have the Firebolt cantrip, so I couldn't have done that anyway. So.
Well, that's one of the things I like about wizards now is that every day they can rememorize cantrips. They can swap them out.
Yep.
What? They can do that now?
Yeah.
That's a game changer.
It is a game changer. It really is. I mean, once you kind of settle into the ones you like, you kind of stick with those ones. But being able to swap out like a Firebolt or a Mage Hand or a Prestidigitation, when you need it, it's a pretty good idea.
All right.
Yeah.
Kesrick. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who are you hitting?
I cast frostbite on this guy right here.
Okay.
And so I need a
DC Constitution save.
13 save.
Makes it.
Okay, so he takes no damage. Oh wait, on a failed save, he still takes 1d6 cold damage.
He didn't fail though.
Oh, he didn't fail. That's right. So
he succeeded. So I don't think he takes any damage.
Cantrips, for cantrips, you don't take any damage if they make it.
Yeah, it's usually a save or suck.
Yeah.
Okay. But just for, I think this is no, that's fine. See the vocation cantrip. That's fine. We're good.
All right, Alton, you're up.
Alton's gonna come down around here and is going to take a swing. I don't have disadvantage or advantage. I'm sorry, I'm not sure how that got clicked. It was 7. And he whiffs hard.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That'll be it.
Anything else? All right, Hermie, you're up. Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry.
No problem.
All right, I'm back. Sorry. Hermie, it's your turn.
We lose him.
Okay.
There we go.
I move forwards to the door, and I will cast Ice Knife on this one here.
Okay.
You're gonna hit Urki with that.
Yeah, 21 definitely hits. And roll d20 for me. Ice Knife is not a cantrip, right?
No, it is
No,
not.
All right, yep. Roll d20 for me. Alrighty. All right, so this guy dies. Let's see here. Let's do Urky first. Dexterity save. Oh, he's not good at those. Yeah, nope.
Ooh.
Urky's looking rough. And the other two. Well, the one succeeds, and the other one is dead. Alrighty. Anything else for me?
I will also move up and on my next turn I will give him a potion.
You're handing it to him?
Yes.
Oh, thank you. All right. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. The regular goblins are up. This one will push out to here. And swing at Vash. Ooh, crit.
Woohoo.
7 points
Uh-oh.
of slashing damage.
Ouch.
This one will rush through and target Artemis for 21 to hit. I think Artemis went AFK, didn't he?
I think yes.
Yes, okay. So 4 points of slashing damage to Artemis. -4. There we go. Boom. All right, that's going to bring us to Decton.
Okay. Well, first, the spiritual weapon is going to move over to... let's see, well, there's a pillar there in the way there. So I guess I'll move it to here
Okay.
and smack that guy on the head.
Yeah, make an attack. I'll give you a real token next week.
Mm-hmm. Spiritual weapon, go 17.
Spiritual weapon, go whack. That is
7 on
just
the head.
enough to kill it.
And then Dacton actually does have a crossbow that he keeps with him, and he's just going to go put... He usually doesn't bother with it because he has a quarterstaff and a shield, so he just puts those on the ground and gets his crossbow out, and he's like, all right, wait, hold on. If I remember right, you go this way, that way, and he's going to try to shoot that dude. But 11. Probably wide.
I'm
that-
sorry, on this one here?
11.
Yeah, that misses, unfortunately. It does go wide.
Hits the door. I was like, damn it. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm a little off to the left. And that's it.
All right, perfect. Urky, he's going to drink that healing potion for 10. And that will be his turn. Oh, thank you.
Okay.
And Vash, you're up.
So, this goblin hit me. I'm going to hit him back. Letter's edge. Whack.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah,
20 for 15.
Yeah, that guy's dead.
Mm-hmm.
Goblin guts everywhere.
Yeah. Second goblin I've killed in that same spot. There's a pile of them right there.
Yep. You're like roaring from freaking Aragon.
And I'll stay there because I don't want to take the attack from this dude.
Alrighty. Artemis.
Okay, Artemis is gonna drop his bow, take out his short swords, and with the blunt end of his swords, like with the pommels, he's gonna attack this guy first.
You hear in your head, "Do you even know what you're doing?"
Leave me alone! And he's gonna
just yells it randomly, and everyone's like, "What the hell's he talking about?"
and he's gonna attack this in front of him with the pommel.
Mhm.
Are you going for non-lethal
Take that
damage?
I'm going for non-lethal damage.
Yeah, I think you have to state that.
Yeah, that hits. Yeah, with that, you make him go unconscious.
And then he's gonna do the same thing with his other pommel. Like he's got him backwards. He's got his swords backwards pretty much. And he's like using it as a fist.
Yeah.
Pretty much. 12?
That one will hit too. These guys don't have a lot of
Thanks.
AC, and that will knock him unconscious. And you hear in your head, "I guess you kind of know what you're doing."
Of course I do. Fuck, leave me alone.
But I'm better.
He goes, stand down.
All right. Last up is the final goblin commoner. This one goes after Vash again. With a 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
So no damage. Because it rolled a 1 minus 1. So because it rolled
Right
for
on.
the crit damage, but you don't actually take the crit. So it hits you,
Really
and you're like, "Wow, this guy's kind of weak." Casper, you're up.
I heard stand down again, but the goblin attacked. So I'm just going to do the same thing I did last time. I'm going to cast Frost at him.
Yeah. I'll remember
I'm gonna
eventually.
frostbite him.
Con save, or I think that's
It's
what it
con
was.
save.
All right. That's a miss. It's a fail.
1d6. 1d6.
It's still standing. But does that make it like have half movement or something like that?
He has disadvantage on his next attack.
That's what it is. Okay. I don't think he's gonna get that, but just in case. Alrighty. Anything else?
And there's an icicle hanging off his nose.
Yeah. He looks like Snow Miser.
I'm blue, da ba dee da.
Alton, you're up.
So we got the two guys that are asleep here. Is this one in the center up at the top? Is he?
He's still alive. He's been hit a little bit.
Okay. Well, we'll ignore the sleeping guys for now, and we'll charge over here, and we'll take a swing.
Yeah, that hits, and he is dead.
Okay. And that'll be my turn.
All right. These goblins are currently unconscious for 4 hours. Everything seems to settle down a little bit, and you seem to be clear of battle.
Walks over very slowly to Vash and has kind of a wild look in his eyes. You see his eyes are like almost completely black.
Bash is drinking that potion you gave him. This is delicious.
He goes, and he grabs you and he goes, I said stand down. They didn't mean us any harm. They were trying to escape.
Unhand me.
Like, he lets you go with like a shove. He goes, he said they were free. Just because you can't understand them doesn't mean that they're bad.
Maybe next time you should make your plan known to the rest of the group before you decide that we're going to let them all live. No one here speaks Goblin except for you and maybe one other. You didn't make your plan known to anyone, and you decided for all of us that we were going to let them live and be free. You didn't mention it to us. You didn't even say that don't stand down in common to them. We didn't know your plan.
They didn't need to die.
You needed to tell your plan to us before you make your decision.
I didn't know until I came in here. I wasn't sure what was going on, but as soon as I came in and I saw them and said that they were free to go, they said we're free. They are under the control of Balak. Let us remember that going forward. And Artemis goes over and starts to kind of look over these guys to make sure that he didn't do too much damage.
The two that are unconscious on the ground are sleeping. They're probably gonna have a massive headache, but they are not dead.
Yo, I'm sorry. Difficult. I apologize for my brash actions there. But they don't need die. They were just here. I didn't know this before when we first came through, and Nyx, unfortunately, has more of a bloodthirst than I do. So yes, he killed the other ones going through.
To be fair,
This isn't what they deserve. They can go free. Just like the ones up above. All they want to do is go. They don't fall under the superiority of this Balak. If we let them go, they will go in peace.
If we understood that, if you spoke in common so that we would understand that, then maybe this would have been different.
I understand, and like I said, I apologize. But they understand Goblin. Unfortunately, you do not. That it's not your fault. That is not your fault. But please, in the future, please listen to me when I say stand down.
in the future, can you be more clear about what you mean when you say stand down? Because quite frankly, my first thought was you yelling at them, not at me.
I mean, technically, between you and me, I don't know how the DM runs it, but I only have 6 seconds to say something.
Hmm?
I don't have like a paragraph to be
Right.
like, don't do this and don't do that and everything's good and everything else. All I have is, we
Well,
mean you no harm, stand down.
a lot of confusion happens in combat.
Yeah.
However, you might want to say if you're going to try to change of plans. I mean, we have been killing quite a number of them, and to change it up all of a sudden now with a simple couple words, it is a little harsh. You might need to lay off him for that one.
I understand. We have been going through here. But from now on, let's try a little diplomacy, if we can.
By all means.
It's confusing, and it is confusing being around me, and I understand. Because there is the one half of me who doesn't believe in much diplomacy. But there is me who does. So I apologize for the confusion. Can we, from now on, try to let some of these look at them? I mean, the rudimentary clubs, he points down at their armor and everything, or lack of armor. Those rudimentary clubs and cloth is all they have. They're obviously doing something that isn't their own plan.
Goblins aren't known exactly for their high levels of like civilization. This
Yes, and look at what's around you. Do you think they're in control of this? As he points to all the tables with the, like, experiments going on them, and he goes, this isn't goblin culture.
Everyone make a nature check for me real quick. Sorry to interrupt. As he
Now
tells
that people are mostly done talking, Dacton is going to say, wait, wasn't there something to investigate over here? And he's like going to try not to step on these dudes as he says, Kazric, was this where the weird thing was?
everyone except for Alton and Artemis, as Artemis says, look at these experiments and things like that. You take a look and actually look at the ingredients and whatnot that they're using, and you see that a lot of it is common varieties of tree, shrub, and fungus, but they all have a very pronounced pallor, as if they're sun-starved. Continue on.
Yes, Alcine said the funny smelling rat was in the middle room.
Dap. Okay. I don't think I stepped on him too bad.
Yeah, we'll say you moved them out of the way. Actually, you put them in their beds. Because they have beds in here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Artemis is going to go in the room with them with the bed.
If Vash and Artemis are done with their argument, Kastrick will walk up to Vash and look up to see if he has any dents or tears in his armor or clothing from the fight.
We just drank a potion of healing. Well,
not physically
middle-
healing you. I'm looking at your physical gear.
I think I just hit with clubs, so probably not.
Yeah,
Okay.
your armor's pretty good. Dacton, in this room, you see this giant diseased rat strapped spread eagle onto the wooden table, suffering from tumors that are woody and fruit-like. On a stand in the corner, you see a fancy crystal vial that contains some sort of elixir or drink.
Ooh.
Dacton will yell out to Kazric as the other person very interested in random things to study, and
Yes.
I guess he'll restrain himself from picking it up yet, and he'll just kind of take a good long look at it.
Well, I could. If you give me 10 minutes, I can tell you if it's magical.
I think it'll take at least 10 minutes for us to search through these rooms for anything valuable.
Okay. Then Kazric will sit down and pull out his spell book on the cleanest piece of floor he can find, and holding this crystal vial, will begin working a ritual detect magic spell.
Perfect.
I will be with Urki at the door, kind of apologizing for hurting him and trying to keep an eye out so nobody sneaks up behind us.
There's a tunnel in the back of this room.
Kazric has this under control, so Dacton's going to go wander around with everybody else.
Yeah.
Everybody doing okay health-wise?
Scratch. Nothing more. Save it for later when we actually need it. I'm going to go look down this tunnel. What's down here?
All right. First off, Urki goes, "No, it's okay. You healed me back up, even though I could have done it myself. But I appreciate it. Thank you. I think we should keep moving on." That room is empty, but you do see a hole in the wall that continues into the southwest there.
Might go back towards where that other doorway goes, with the long hallway there. I still think we need to head north of here through that big opening.
Any other obvious outlets in any of these rooms?
There is a door in this room that you would see, Dacton.
Mm-hmm.
You hear from the room where the goblins were dragged to, you hear, "I think you all did exactly what you needed to do."
Oh, jeez.
Is Nyx in there slitting their throats?
Past tense.
Well,
Leave no trace when you go through the dark.
Nix, you and Artemis are definitely a challenge.
hey, I want to go down that south path real quick for just a couple more steps.
Down there?
Yeah.
Well, don't want to interrupt Kasric, but I suppose we could take a poke down there and see what we see,
Just
as long as we don't get in any trouble.
I don't think so.
Well,
Besides,
I'll follow
we
you.
can see a pretty good ways away.
As can I. I mean, you see a little farther than I do, considering your heritage.
Kind of trickles out, but this hallway.
Yeah, so a rift opens here. It's debris strewn floor, 2 feet below that of the corridor that's to your right now, Alton.
Okay.
The corridor continues past the rift through an opening in the west. A number of 2-foot diameter holes riddle the floor of the rift. The smell of burnt earth hangs in the air.
This cavern, does it look like it was dug out? Is this cavern that we're standing in? Or you say it's a rift?
Yeah, it seems to be a rift.
Like an earthquake had happened and cracked this thing open?
Potentially.
Mm.
You got to remember that this citadel is also underground for the most part, where instead of standing above the earth, it has crumbled into the ground at some point.
Oh, yeah. I think north of here, because I can see through the doorway out into the main room that we came down in. So this is the extension of where the other room went, or the other doorway went.
Yeah. I think I might be getting a little too far ahead of myself.
I
There's
think we
door
might
down
be.
here.
Yeah, I think we might want to wait for the others.
Yeah, we can go back up.
Let's head back up.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing
Funny
while they're
thing-
off exploring?
I'm just keeping an eye on Kasric and keeping an eye on this door, so sort of just pacing back and forth, middle of the room, over to here.
Where is Vash? You're interesting. I like you. You hear from the dark room.
Dark room over there.
Yep.
I move over to the door. I'm not going in there.
Vash, come in here. I think you'd like my handiwork.
I think I feel safer out here in the light.
Oh, no, I wouldn't harm you. You're way too interesting. There's something special about you.
Really?
Oh, yes. You're way too interesting compared to all the rest of them.
I'm not sure. I think that
Oh.
Hermes got some interesting things.
No, no, no. I see you much better.
What do you
You
see, Nix? What do you see?
Oh, you just have a little something extra, don't you?
You could say.
Oh, I can say, I can also see. You're not the only one with a something extra.
Well, there's one thing we can say about you, Nix. You are extra.
Oh, I'm way more extra than even you.
I have no doubt of it, considering how you cleared out that those goblins with little or no help at all.
Yes. Their light needed to be extinguished.
You consider yourself an extinguisher of light?
Light? The enemy.
Interesting take.
Oh, there's so many more interesting things going in the dark. Everybody else walks through, afraid of it. But not you. You don't seem afraid of it at all.
Well, I've spent some time in the dark, and it's
Huh?
not as frightening as some might think.
Yes, so you understand.
I do know better than to walk into a darkened room with a man I can't see.
Oh, I would never harm you.
Hmm, we'll see.
And you can take that from me, not just Artemis. Artemis would never harm a fly. Except for when he has to protect those. But you, personally you, I would never harm myself.
Hmm. You're a very interesting fellow, Nix.
You can say that. I've seen
It's
a lot.
it's a shame sometimes that you're trapped inside there.
You have no idea. Why don't you come in here and have a conversation with me? Just trust me, I'm not as bad as you think I am.
Hmm.
Please. And you hear like two short swords clang, 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 clang to the ground. I don't want to have anything to do with harming you.
It's all the same. I'll maintain what I am for now.
You
Maybe in the
disappoint me a bit.
future, maybe in the future when we've gotten to know each other a little better, maybe some trust can be had.
I bet you I can help you just as much as you can help me.
Let's bring your
Both,
light even closer.
both of us, both of us have a little darkness in us, don't we?
Indeed. I think you may be onto something there.
Mm. Should I let the better one out now, since you don't want to come in like a good
Well,
boy?
I don't know whether I'd consider him the better one.
Oh, I like you more and more every time I talk to you.
I think I'm becoming a little more accustomed to you as well.
You hear a shh as like two short swords are put back into their sheaths, and he goes, the other ones want the light,
Hmm.
and I can't travel without them. Not this beast. So I'll come out.
Hmm.
And you see Artemis come out. And
Welcome back. How did those goblins fare with Nyx?
don't talk to me.
Erky goes up to you and pats you on the back and says, "It's okay, my friend. I hope that you're always illuminated when you need to," as he casts light on your armor.
Thank you.
Maybe that
I
will
hope
get to
that
help.
keeps you at bay, you fucking devil. You hear Artemis say.
Vashradel tries to hide a smirk behind his hand.
They are both deceased. Unfortunately, I didn't expect it.
How could you not have expected it? You walked into a darkened room. You know what happens to you in a darkened room.
I think I'm in a constant struggle with this at the moment. I try to do my best. Sometimes it slips, okay? I'm sometimes I try to be better. The best I can say. I try to do the things that I should.
Who says you should? Who says Nyx isn't right?
Nyx is not right. He's never right. And Artemis kind of slinks off to the corner and just sort of like, he's never right, Vash. Never. I hate that I have to keep him. I hate that he comes out once. I'm sorry. What I mean to say is, there's strange things among all of us, and I apologize. Life is precious. The light in everyone is precious. It is. And we all need to hopefully preserve it. Fortunately, my darkness and my light are much more opposite end than most people. And he looks at the others in the room, not you, Vash.
Mm-hmm.
But he looks at the others in the room and he goes, "You understand what I'm saying? There's light and dark inside of you, correct? Urki?"
Well, personally, I follow Palor, and I believe in the good and the light. But
Yeah.
everyone has their own demons to wrestle with. I just, I just turn my demons away.
Yes, I wish we all could so easily. Well, I apologize for the rash upstart and the words he said. Those are him. And I try to control them
You
best
hear,
I can.
You hear Urki muttering as he's walking away, saying, when I rest next, I think I'll have to pray to Palor to let me be able to calm people's emotions or something.
Please do. Well, is there someone we need to be?
How's it going in there, Kasric?
About this time, Kastrick, you finish. The potion is magical. Yeah.
It is or is not?
It is.
It is. Okay, so what school of magic does it come from? Because that's what the spell will tell me.
Technically, abjuration?
Ooh.
No, transmutation.
Damn.
I believe.
You're super excited about abjuration, but transformation's terrible?
I'm an abjuration
He's
wizard.
an abjuration, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were a generalist. Oh, you're
No,
abjuration.
I'm a abjurationist. The thing is, here's the trick. I originally talked to the DM about having Kasric be a divination wizard. So if you think he's bad now, imagine what he'd be like if he could look into the future and see all the different possible outcomes.
Yeah.
Love divination wizard personally.
So we had an honest conversation, and I chose abjuration as on my own. The DM did not nerf me
Nope.
to go there. He said he would allow me to play it. It was just going to be very difficult, so I chose abjuration on my own. But okay, so transmutation. I don't know what it is, but I do know it's a transmutation potion. And since I've been concentrating on this thing for a while and looking at this liquid and trying to kind of figure it out, I have a memory that Durnan, the hobgoblin up top, made a statement to us, and he said that Belloc was giving fruit to the people in the town, and it wasn't good for them. And Durnan did not know why it was bad or what it was doing to them that was bad. But he said he's giving them the fruit, and the fruit is doing something bad. So this thought occurred honestly, and I'm not metagaming this one. I said, I wonder if there's something weird being put into the wine or the stuff that the goblins in the other room were smashing. So I'll come out and I will hand this crystal vial to Dacton and say, it is magical, it is transmutation, but I don't know exactly what it is. Now, can I do an Arcana check to see if I can guess based on what this thing is? Or are you going to make me have to sample it?
I would say, yeah, go ahead and make an Arcana check.
Okay, thank you.
I can
Appreciate
support you in that if that is a thing we can do.
If you're helping with something like Arcana, you would need to be trained in it.
I am.
Okay, yeah, you can give an advantage then. Or you
Okay,
can both
cool.
roll separately, either or.
I have a 5 in Arcana. Do you want to give me advantage on that?
Yeah, just go take advantage.
Okay. Is there anybody who could give me some guidance?
I could. You should have some guidance.
The same person who's helping you do it.
Yeah,
That's gonna help me.
that's like the ultimate assistance there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I rolled twice.
Yep, 18.
Because I have advantage. So I got an 18. I'm looking at this crystal vial.
D4.
Oh, plus D4. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
Plus D4.
So that makes it a 20.
Dirty 20. Alrighty. So you have never seen this type of elixir before. You open the stopper and you smell it a little bit, and it smells vaguely reminiscent of that rat that has the diseases. You're thinking this might not be so good to drink.
Okay.
You don't know exactly what it is because you've never experienced this before. But there's definitely this. It would not be good to drink this thing.
Okay, that works fine. So it's a bad potion, and I'm going to recommend we don't drink this thing. But and I've looked at the rat.
Yep.
So I would like to walk over to. Sorry, guys, I'm doing this. Dacton, would you come with me, please? And Artemis, I need some woodsy people to come and look.
Yes, of course.
Hermie, are you a woodsy kind of guy or not?
I've gone around the world, so I might be able to help out a little bit.
Okay, so I'd like to look inside this vat, and a boost would be helpful. But I would like to see, is there anything in here that looks out of the ordinary? Because if they were crushing grapes, I'm guessing, to make wine, or what have they been crushing?
Go ahead.
Etc. So I'm kind of doing an investigation. What have they been crushing up? What does it look like they're trying to make by stomping around on things this big vat?
I'll make an investigation or perception check, either or. With advantage because I'm sure somebody's helping you.
And get that guidance.
Thank you much. Appreciate that. See, teamwork makes the dream work. Okay,
hey,
so
this is what Dacton lives for.
awesome. Well, that's why I called you in here. I need some help. Okay, so investigation twice, plus a D4. That's a natural 20.
Yeah. So 20 plus whatever your guys is going to be. First thing you notice that there are 10 2-gallon roughly casks of this completed end product. Looking
Max
into
score.
where the goblins were mashing and straining and casking to make this goblin wine, it looks like it is roots and fungi, a combination of roots and fungi to make this wine. It doesn't look as though it would be detrimental. But as far as taste goes, you're not sure because, goblins were stepping on it barefoot.
Yeah, okay.
Which is
looking
part
at
of the
the
fermentation
roots,
process.
True. But looking at the, just I guess the ingredients, is there anything that doesn't look like what a woodsy kind of person staring at Artemis and Hermie?
Chris is just going to walk up to it after that, and he's just going to, after what he just went through, he's just going to take a little handful of it and sip it.
Yeah. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Barf.
It is not good tasting at all. It's kind of disgusting, and you take a sip and it's just like boom, right back up, and you just throw up all over.
Do you need a help? Do you need that potion of
It's not good,
health?
guys. It's not good. It's not good.
Well, Thank you, Artemis. You answered a question for me. I was hoping that I wasn't drinking this wine back at the Old Boar.
No, this is much worse.
No, the
I
old
think
war
I would
wine
be
was
able to
much
tell the
better than
difference.
that.
Hmm.
Okay.
That did
so
cross my mind.
Possibly. All right. So it doesn't look like whatever was in this crystal vial was going into the wine.
Correct.
Okay. So we're still looking. I'm still trying to figure out this whole thing that Durnan said to us about Belloc is sending fruits from his tree to people in the village of Oakhurst.
Mhm.
So we may have there's maybe something foul in Oakhurst that we have to go and resolve also after this. Just a
Well,
thought.
to be honest, once we find that sword, who knows what's going to happen?
Yes, but still, I don't think that if we have a chance to maybe help Oakhurst, we should maybe try to leave it in a better than we found it.
Well, does anyone recall a town named Oakhurst when in the time that we're from?
I look at Dacton and Hermie.
You guys have checked into your history's knowledge before, and no, you do not.
I mean, it's a small hamlet. It might not be somewhere, but
Well,
have not.
As a bounty hunter, do you know different cities?
no, I know we did this before, and I think Dacton was
Yeah,
the one who came up with anything
I kn-
about Oakhurst originally.
Mhm.
Yeah, we didn't come up with a lot on my history checks at the beginning, aside from a vague knowledge of the sword.
Okay.
And you world travelers haven't seen it on your map, so well, it's also 5,000 years.
Yes,
Yeah.
and also quite a small village. So it wouldn't surprise me that it's not on a map even now.
But
But
still, okay. It's just something to consider. And again, if I'm doing the what ifs and the possible branchings, just thinking out loud. So okay.
true. And
I mean,
I think maybe we should put a pin in this until we've met and defeated Balak. We might learn more from him in one way or another about what his plan was or what he's done to the villagers or the fruit that he's given them. It might become quite evident once we get there.
Miss
Also-
goes, can we please leave? And he just
Ar-
leaves the room to
Artemis, you
get away
hear
from
in
the
your head.
smell.
Artemis, you hear in your head. Why are you trying to poison me? I know you don't like me, but come
Poison
on.
me!
Art,
Poison me!
Well, whatever's
Thank
going on
you.
with that rat does not bode well for Sir Bradford and any other remaining
Who-
party members there.
Does he
Sharwin,
actually-
Charwin is
I
correct.
think,
Poison me.
Yes. She was the
and
spellcaster. Yes, she's a wizard.
Carax, wasn't Carax? We haven't accounted for him yet, have we?
He was the ranger.
Right. But we haven't accounted for him yet, is what I'm saying.
No, we have not.
The big
Uh,
bugbear
Definitely
did give you a signet ring from one of the two. Because
He
he
said
said
the
he
boy.
killed
Yeah,
someone in anger.
Tygan, or
Yes.
Tygen. Tygan? That's what I have it here.
The
Tygan.
one.
Taigen is what I have written down.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's something like that.
But that signet ring probably belonged to him, and he is no longer with us. But in any case, Alton and I did a little exploration to the south. There's a rift that looked like an earthquake or something, perhaps, hit the area and split asunder the catacombs down here. It just basically leads back to where we already looked south. And there's a door up in the far left right hand
Yes.
corner over here.
Mm-hmm.
Can we please take that door? I need to get away from that brew.
Yeah, okay, so question. This is for GM.
Listening?
Detect magic is a 10-minute concentration spell.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take a quick walk through this room and, ignoring my party members, because one or two of them may have something magical, see if there's anything else that pops up within my scanning?
Of course. You are in there.
So I'll walk to each of the small rooms. Look at the chests. And I'll look at where this door is. I'll look, through the door and see if I can see anything through the door. Detect anything.
Yeah, unfortunately, you do
Circuit.
not detect anything magical.
Okay. Never hurts to use the spell while it's available.
Ezric, you keeping the nasty abjuration potion?
Yes, I will hang on to it,
Transformation.
but I'm not going to drink that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And
One
it's
should not.
it's not abjuration, it's transmutation.
Transmutation.
Transmutation. Yeah. Sorry.
You see Artemis kind of looking at that potion of fire breath in his hand, and he's like, I wonder if this will burn this out of my mouth. And he
Definitely
goes,
take the taste out of it.
no, and he packs it back into his pack. Just takes a big swig of his water skin, and spits it back out.
I'm gonna give a listen at this door up here. I mean, we have been quite loud in here. If anyone knows, anyone would have heard us probably. But listen at that door.
Artemis is gonna go here.
Quick question.
Have you all
I'm
noticed that there's a cavern going down through here?
Yes. While you were not yourself, Alton and I went down there.
Oh, what did you find?
It just links back up.
Towards the torch.
And there's
Oh wait, I have light
another
armor
door.
or whatever. Yep.
No. There's also another door down there that is going right as well.
Did anybody bother to loot the goblins in this room?
Nobody's looted the goblins.
Does anybody mind if we take a rest for a second with what I've consumed and what has transpired in the last couple of... I really do need a rest.
I'd like to check what's behind this door first before we go resting, just to make sure that it's not immediately dangerous.
We could just leave it be and set guard.
No, I would feel better if we checked, because we keep opening doors and finding bad things behind them and hate for something to walk in on us.
Okay, and you see Artemis holding his stomach like, oh.
Do you actually look poisoned? Like,
He's not poisoned, he's just
Picked up that nasty ass goblin wine.
And he's got a couple
goblin
of
foot wine.
He's got a couple of like significant cuts on him.
Like very significant?
I mean, he's not bloodied, but he's hurt.
I mean, I haven't dished out any healing spells. Yeah, you can have a cure wounds if you want it.
Well, there's no point in doing that.
If we're just gonna rest, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine with taking a rest if we need to.
Are you opening that door there, Vash, first, or?
I am not. If we're going to take a rest, I'll just stand at the door or sit next to it.
All right, you sit next to the door, waiting. Are you guys taking a full short rest now?
I think
I
we
believe the vote
should.
is yes. I would like to leave Alcine in the other room at the entrance to this northern cavern as a lookout. So if anything comes in, I will know that there's a problem.
Okay.
Artemis is going to sit at this door that we came in from.
Okay.
Glowing brightly.
Yeah, glowing brightly.
Glowing for now. Yeah. All right. You guys take
for how long? How long does that last for?
Short rest is an hour. Light is an hour.
Okay.
So after about an hour, you guys can take your short rest and gain whatever you need to gain back. That you're allowed to on a short rest. You can get some hit dice back, all that good stuff, or spend some hit dice, I should say.
Spend some hit dice.
Yeah, you get the hit dice back on a long rest. Half of what you total can have.
Yeah.
The light will fade off of you, Artemis, but there is still light in this chamber because of the fungi.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to do anything during the short rest?
I'm not
Nope.
going to take a short rest. I'm just going to stand guard.
Okay.
I'm kind of doing the same at the door. I don't need to take a short rest.
Yeah. No
Yeah,
worries.
Doc
Yeah.
doesn't need anything either. So
Okay.
just posting up around the room.
Right. Well, if we're going to take a short rest, then Kesrick will sit down and go through his spell book and activate Arcane Recovery.
Mm-hmm.
So I can recover up to 2 levels of spells.
Yep.
And I will make both those first level spell slots, so I can recover those.
Mm-hmm.
Yay me. So I'm very happy with that. And I will recover that ability at the next long rest.
All right. Sounds good. You rest. After an hour, you feel regenerated, rejuvenated, ready to rock and roll. And that's where we're going to stop for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the perfect spot.
Cool.
So yeah,
Thank you, Mr. DM.
no problem.
Yes, good game.
Good game.
Good
I
game, guys.
loved the role play. It's awesome. It was awesome. I loved it.
Mm-hmm.
That was a lot of fun, guys.
It was fun.
Yeah. Kudos to Artemis and Vash for their little chit chat.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Nyx and
Yeah, also Nyx and
Jenny.
Vash.
All 3 voices involved in that little chit chat between the two PCs.
What do we got off the
enjoyed that.
floor?
These ones are. They might be a little bit too bad.
Oh yeah, I can see why.
Oh, I have to go over and look at those. I didn't look at the memes during the game, so I gotta go over and look at memes.
I love it.
Blunt side of the
Artemis,
blade. You know
Goblin
what you are
Commoners,
doing.
Nick. That's
That
funny.
what was it, West Coast Choppers or whatever? Was
What?
the West Coast Choppers one with the 2 guys?
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Imagine that.
Oh
Wow.
my God.
I mean, you're not wrong, but wow.
That-
No, you're not wrong at
That
all.
bottom one.
Particularly.
Oh, that's great. Yeah,
Cool.
so
Wow, I get 2.
God.
everybody, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Tune in next week when we have some more craziness. Hopefully my computer will be built next week.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
gonna do the Great Steam Library playthrough. So we're gonna have donation goals for things. It's gonna be exciting. It's going to be very long playthroughs of games. I'm gonna go from my entire Steam library, start to finish, of alphabetically through that. It's gonna be crazy. Oh, it's gonna be bad.
Bad
So,
is good.
yeah. So I'm already looking forward to playing 7 Days to Die because I haven't played it yet, and that's the first game in the library. So
It's good.
yeah. So any games that don't have an actual ending, like 7 Days to Die, is going to be like a 6-hour stream of them. I'm going to skip my idle games, and I'm choosing to skip 5 games since I'm not relying on donations to upgrade the computer. So I'm going to choose 5 games to skip, and there will be sub goals to make me not skip those 5 games, or not sub goals, but donation goals. But we'll see. Probably all the Dark Souls games. I only have 2 though, so that's only 2.
I am deep into Elden Ring right now, so
My oldest was very kind to me for my birthday last week and got me 2 $20 Steam gift cards, which I have not redeemed
Wow.
yet. And when I do, it's going to go to Elden Ring. But I'm waiting until I finish my playthrough, so I don't have to add that to the list.
yeah.
Try to be smart about that.